Hello, my name is Nell, and I have things to say about disability, chronic illness, and mental health. I live with all of these things, and I made this channel so that I would have a safe space to talk about them. If that sounds like something that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel. Come back every Wednesday when I upload new videos. Let me know what you think of my videos in the comments section, and if you know of somebody who would benefit from or enjoy one of my videos, then please feel free to share that with them, or the whole channel. Today I want to share something quite personal with you. About 12 years ago, I went through essentially a breakdown. My chronic illness became incredibly severe and essentially crossed the line into disability. And my depression, which had always been pretty bad, I essentially experienced a mental breakdown. I had to move back in with my parents. It was pretty awful, and I was not a happy camper. And I was writing letters to a friend of mine, and I came across one recently that really expresses how I was feeling. And I think it's something that a lot of people with disability, with chronic illness, with mental health issues, probably feel. We feel like our struggles might be bringing down the people around us, and we feel guilty because of that. We feel like we're a Debbie Downer. We feel like we're just going to be bringing down the mood. That's how I was feeling. I want to share this with you so that if you're feeling this, you will not feel alone. I miss you, my dearest sister. I miss you a whole lot. Although at the same time, I'm glad that you're not with me these days. Not in a way that's any negative reflection on you, though, I assure you. And it's not a sign of any lack of love on my part. But I honestly pity anyone who has crossed paths with me during these last few years, particularly these last few months. I have nothing positive to give. The only things I have to share are the only things I have in my life these days: misery and pain. So I am glad that you don't have to see me every day, because I know that friends want to see their friends happy. It causes humans distress when they see their loved ones experiencing pain. And that's all I have. So knowing me isn't a pleasant experience. With you being so far away, I like to think that it allows you to be hopeful. It's like during the First World War. The families safe and sound back home could remain relatively hopeful. They could do their best to be idealistic and optimistic about the whole situation. If they were able to watch the front lines for an extended period of time, they would have had the hope drilled out of them. In that situation, most of the hopefulness is built on denial. Denial that things are really as horrid as they are. When you live the pain every day, denial becomes impossible, and with it, hopefulness. It's strange because I'm kind of walking a fine line, as I'm sure many people with illnesses are. On the one hand, I desperately want people to understand what I'm going through, not so that I can get pity, although compassion and sympathy are certainly welcome, but so that I can trust them to have an accurate picture of me. I wish everybody understood my limitations, so that when I turn down invitations they wouldn't feel offended, so that when I seem to be slacking off and keeping touch they wouldn't feel unloved, so that when I make certain decisions about my life and how I live it they wouldn't think I was lazy or vain or unambitious. But as lovely as all that understanding would be, there's something that I wish for a whole lot more. Forgetfulness. Not for me. It's impossible for me. But for the people who care about me. Every day, I hope and pray that I'll be forgotten. That people will just go on living their lives and I will be completely absent from their minds. Because I am not a happy thought. There can be no substantial joy attached to my name these days. I am a waste of a human being, no longer a delight. And that is the line my heart walks along. It is a paradoxical path. I want my loved ones to truly understand. But if they truly understand, they cannot forget. And even if they manage to forget me most of the time, any remembrance of me would be followed by negative feeling, because they would understand too well to be able to fool themselves into thinking I might be having a good day or living a good life. I wish there was a switch for it, so that I could know people were blissfully unaware of my existence, but then magically they understand everything when they need to. It's awfully selfish of me, I know, wishing people would think of me only when it's convenient for me. But I do wish for you to keep hope, not for my sake, but for yours. It's better for you to not be faced with me every day, because this way I can't bring you down very often. And I just talk about how I tend to be brought down when I know that people I love are suffering. I'm not even sure of what point I'm trying to make now, or indeed if I'm trying to make any at all. I guess what I'm trying to say, is that I hope the distance between us gives you a better chance of hope, because the reality isn't being forced upon you every day. I often feel like it's a waste of time for anybody to worry about me, because it does neither of us any good and only causes them distress. That's how I felt. Like I was a burden. Like even the thought of me was a burden. And I think a lot of us with illnesses of any kind worry that that's how we feel. But the thing is, I know friends who have illnesses and they are not a burden to me. Thinking about them doesn't bring me down and make me pissed off. It doesn't make me think, man, I was having a great day and then I thought of my friend and that really screwed up my happy time. No, I'm just filled with love and compassion when I think about my friends who are struggling and suffering. If you are struggling with illness and you are worried that you might be a burden upon your friends, number one, if your friends do treat you like you are a burden, then they are not good friends. And number two, true friends will not be filled with that feeling when they think of you. They will be filled with love and compassion. They will not want to forget you. They will want to continue loving you. I'm doing a lot better since writing these letters. And it's always interesting to see things like that. Because, I used to keep copies of the letters I wrote because I wrote so much that I would have to remember what I wrote so that I knew what my friend would reply to. It was hard to keep up with, but yeah. That's all for this one. Just a little snippet into my mind. You are not a burden. You are not a burden. No matter what you're going through. Your real friends will not consider you a burden and they will not want to forget you. All right. That's all for this one. Much love. Bless.